Gopi here, and I'm here with another episode. So, I'm just returning home after doing some mining of oak wood. I burnt a bit more of the forest over there, and I was just cropping it down, and then I realized I wanted to start a build today. And, I needed more resources, and I didn't want to make it out of this ugly, jungle wood. So, I went and got some bone meal together, and, got some of my, spare saplings that I had lying around, and I converted them all into this. So I spent like 5 minutes doing this kind of thing. Okay, let's just chuck in all the useless stuff, like jungle wood. Oak wood's gonna stay. Jungle wood, cocoa beans, egg. This. Oh, was that oak wood? Yes, we don't want to leave any of our oak wood behind. Cooked pork chop, probably useful. Oak saplings, iron pickaxe, nice. That's practically all we got. Let me just reorder this into a nice sort of thing, because it's easier to sort if it's nice and ordered. Right, so we got some bone meal, oak saplings, and sticks. Okay, that's nice. So what we need now is some cobble, and we're nicely organized with this. So basically this is just to get us into the style for to help us move into our house, because currently our base, so I might have said this in the previous episode, I'm not sure if you were paying attention or not, but so I don't want to fill this place with not bases, with chests, because I mean I want to have the bare minimum in here, but then I want to sort of have a little crafting area. So I've been thinking about the plan, and I've finally come up with the ideal idea. So I'm going to bridge over that way. Yep, and then I'm going to sort of, so like this. I need some shovels. Anyway, so I'm going to bridge over this way, and I'm going to have 3 possibly spheres. I'm not too sure. I'm probably going to go with the hemisphere thing, and 3 spheres, and the route, so you walk off this way, and once you get sort of halfway around the route, it splits into 3 parts. So one will lead up to the furnace room, which will have a ton of furnaces, and then the other one will split off into the chest room with all my chests, and the middle one would head off towards the crafting room, which will extend onto the repairing and enchanting room, even though I don't have an anvil just yet, but we're pretty close to. After that episode on mining methods, I have a bunch of diamonds. I still haven't placed it in here, but 12 plus 5, 17 diamonds. That's quite a lot. Meaning, you know, compared to other people out there, it's not that much. But compared to my previous records of diamonds, that's quite a lot for me. Anyway, so I'm going to dig out that way. And then in each of the 3 rooms, the 2 rooms surrounding the crafting room, there's going to be a pool of water. And so basically you pick out the stuff you want from the furnace room, and you just chuck it into the pool of water, and basically that pool of water will drag it all the way to the crafting room. So basically what I'm thinking is you walk in, so let's say this was the crafting room, and there's the furnace and chest room. These are going to be in different areas, but let's just for sake of, so you'd go in here and there'd be a little pool, and you'd throw in, so this is the chest room, so you take out whatever you want, you throw in some cobblestone, okay, yeah, and then the cobblestone's dragged by an underwater path all the way to the crafting room. And so once you've got the stuff you need for your build, you walk to the crafting room and it's all appeared there. So it's either going to need some clever piston work or water movement, or I'm going to have to place the other 2 rooms above the crafting room so they easily get pulled down by the flow of the water. Anyway, for now let's just focus on the simple things, like building this pathway. So as you can see, I've built it out up here, so this is how it's gonna be. So when you want your stuff, you'll walk along this path, this one here, so like so here, and then it will split off this way, that way, that way. So this will lead to the main crafting room right here, and each of these will lead to different rooms. So probably the furnace room here, and there'd be a little pool of water. So I'm going to just drop whatever I want, let's see, and then it'll be taken to this main dome here. So I think that's how it's gonna look. Also, I want some feedback on this. I wonder how it looks, because I'm wondering, because I think this is going to be my default style from now on. You know, this thing, a bit like the one I did here. In fact, why don't we just, while we're at it, why don't we just replace this? Get some spare wood, oak wood left over. Actually, I've got tons of oak wood, but I don't want to waste too much of it, because I have to use it for the rest of the build. So yeah. And we're just gonna load up the wiki page in a minute. Oh damn, I have one more. This is my awesome axe. Basically, I got level 13 after my the last episode I did, which was the mining methods one, and I got 13 levels. And so I spent ages just clicking on it until it came up with a level 13 enchantment, and it was pretty lucky, and I got that. That's pretty awesome enchantment right there. So now what's left to do is fill in this this with cobblestone. Actually, I'm going to make the domes first, just to make sure that they fit, because the last thing I want is to have to redo all of this, and if I have to, then it's much easier just destroying some misplaced whatever this is, planks, than to actually destroy a whole road kind of thing, which would make it a lot more difficult. So I'm just gonna make the bases, and if they fit, then I'll continue, and I'll uncut, and I'll be back to you. Okay, cut now, back to work. Alright guys, I'm back. So the moment it isn't looking as beautiful as I had planned. It's looking okay. So now the hard part is working out how this is going to connect. I think, because these are so high above the ground, I think I'm going to put a pool here, and it's going to drag the water along down that way and through to this middle, which will be the crafting area. And so that looks pretty nice. Okay, so now what we have to do is just fill in this with sandstone. I'm not too sure about the inner design yet, because I think I might do something fancy with that, or I might not. It all depends on something. What does it depend on? Nothing. So okay, that's nice. So I'm liking this sort of continuity between these two passages. So I think I'll do with this pattern with most of my builds, unless I do a theme thing where sort of it depends on the theme of the base I'm in. And so this, because it's in a rainforest, it's kind of jungly, forest themed and stuff. And if I ever go into a tundra biome, which I doubt I will, because I hate tundra biomes. I mean, I'll go into it, but I'll never build bases there, because I hate them, unless I'm really hungry for snow. That's the only reason I would ever decide to go into one of those. Anyway, so missing a couple here. Okay, and the final piece. Okay, it's nice. Might add some stairs. I wonder if you can craft stairs with these. Hope so. And so yeah, there we go. So this is going to be the middle part, and we're going to have a little bit of water stream made with glass, only glass, and it's going to lead into the sides of this one. So here and here there will be items popping out of. So yeah, I'm kind of running low on cobblestone, so let me go and sort of finish off most of this, and I'll be back. So I've kind of finished most of it. I put some glass to the furnace a bit earlier, so I'm gonna go and collect that off. It's mostly finished. I think it looks good, but I mean, that all depends on you guys. And if enough of you guys say that it doesn't, then I'll just change it. So, here we go. Put a couple in the furnace. That's a lot. And that's a lot more. Right. Okay. So, here we go. Through here, up here. Okay, there we go. So, this is what it's looking like at the moment. I don't think it looks too shabby. It looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. Sort of, I really like this. Meaning I prefer it to that one. Although, meaning I can't really be bothered to go back there and change all of that. But I prefer this to the other version over there. Because it kind of looks as if, it's kind of like, you know those things you board the airplane from? Those things, yeah. They really sort of strike a chord with me. Anyway, so, here we go, up here. I need to work on lighting soon. Because that's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a biggie, but yeah. At the moment we can worry about aesthetical pleasingness. So this part goes a little wacky at times, because it's got a lot of complicated twists and turns in the path. So yeah, that's why you might be wondering why it goes kind of really weird. Sort of here, it's all crazy, but it does look good from the outside, which is what matters really. Okay, let's just check. It looks similar. Yeah. Okay, I'm just making because I thought I made an error, but I didn't. It's meant to look like that. So, well, okay. How are we doing on glass? Oh, not good. I want to preferably make the water conveyors, you know, the things that transport the water to this room here, out of glass too, just to give that effect, sort of like high-speed transportation thing, majiggy, out of the sci-fi world kind of thing. And I want to do that, so I'm gonna try and not sort of ruin it too much. So that main room you saw there, that is going to be the place from which it can further expand, because it's going to be like one of those trees. Yeah, know what the hell I'm talking about. But basically, each hub is going to be able to. Most hubs can expand. Sort of that furnace, that crafting room could probably expand into. With another one of those weird stairways into another room with enchanting table once we collect all enchanting books and co. Sorry about that. Got a couple of burps. Okay. Glass, that's why we were here. I just completely forgot. Actually, no idea what we were here for. Oh. Oh, damn. That's not good. Let's go and grab some coal. The annoying thing with alternating between two bases at the moment is that whenever I want to get some materials, I have to run from like one area to the other, and that wastes a lot of valuable time. So yeah, let's cook that up. I'll probably turn on this as well. Don't worry, no piston sounds. We're going to be moving away. That's just the sand generator running. Oh, you can probably hear it a little bit, but that'll just give me some sand while I spend the time building this. As long as the chunk doesn't get unloaded, it will stay awake. Okay. Stoves. There we go. And we walk through here and to here. So yeah, I should make an easy route out of this, but nah, I don't think it's really necessary. Once I get all my stuff inside here, meaning I won't have to ever leave this base. Ever. So the next thing, if you are wondering what I'm going to be doing next, will be okay, yeah, that looks nice. We should take a look at it from the outside. Now we finished this. Actually, we probably might even have enough glass. That's the awesome thing. So let's see. Oh shoot! I want to check how this looks on the other side. Is it the same? Because to me it looks kind of ugly. Meaning not this as such, but the actual. Oh, okay. I have a pickaxe over here. sort of, I think it'll look 10 times better if I did this kind of thing here, which allows me a 3x3 space, which is which stays with the theme of this 3x3 corridor area. Yeah, I did that. Okay, we're gonna do that, guys. We're gonna just go over here and chop up this area. Not necessarily, seeing as I spent like around 20 to 30 minutes on this. So let's see. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Nice. And we got this set up. Let's just set up a hole here for the water to flow. We're gonna make the areas for the water to go in. Obviously I don't need to worry about myself falling in because it's, oh shoot, what the hell did I do that? Okay, I know I replaced it with the wrong block, but I think that looks cooler. Okay, so here, oh shoot, that's not good. And okay, that's okay. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Let's go and check up on the sand. Yeah, I don't have to worry about falling into the water. That's what I was talking about. Because the pipes aren't big enough for me to sort of fully manage to swim around. I'll just go underneath and I can swim back up, and it would be a pointless exercise. Okay, so here we are. I could have taken the back door, but I can't be bothered. This is gonna become fairly redundant in a while, after we make our awesome base. That is, if we ever do make it. Let's turn this off. Got a bunch of sand. Do we have? Oh yes, we do. Lovely. Lovely. It's got fairly good rates of sand spawning, kind of thing. The reason I built it here was because once the update comes out, which will patch this, like, I'm assuming they're gonna patch it, because, you know. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Let's just chuck some of this in. I know it's not going to smell, but oh well. So once they patch it, I can just block off that doorway and pretend it never existed. So that will be cool. So, here we go. This is where the water is going to flow. And we need to somehow get it to here. So I think, first thing we're going to do is going to remove these, because these are frankly pretty ugly, and they're not consistent, because I couldn't make it consistent, because they were meant to be on each of these things, but that one would intersect with that. So we're gonna remove these. I think that would be the best thing to do at the moment. If it ever looks odd, we can always do a sort of center pole at the middle, sort of as if it's like a mushroom or something. But yeah, for now we're not gonna worry too much about that. We're gonna just utility is more important than aestheticalness at the current moment. Once we get a bit further in to this build, we can focus on aesthetics, although it is kind of aesthetic based, because otherwise I wouldn't have built it out of such strict building materials. You know, I would have used whatever random stuff I had on me. But yeah, so aesthetics is kind of part of the formula, but it's not too big of one. Okay, so let's see, will this make it? Okay, so we want it this like that. Right, okay, it's gonna go down one. Okay, we're gonna plan it out with wood, so we don't have to destroy any of our precious glass. So it goes like this. Okay, and then it goes down one, so that would require one to be here. Oh shoot, don't worry, we have tons and tons of these bricks. Okay, so it go down one, and yep, there we go, and it go down, and it would go along. Okay, let's see. Okay, oh phew. So it goes along, and yeah, that's nice. Oh no, it is totally not nice. It's not cool. I wanna fix it up proper. I don't want an ugly sort of structure in the side of my house. I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I just zoned out there. I was like, oh, yeah, and then I got too bored and I zoned out. Right, okay, let me just cut here. It's almost nighttime. Bad guys are gonna start spawning soon, and I'm going to find out what's the best route for this water to go from point A to point B.